Here's everything you need to know about playing knives and last flag. So let's jump right in. We're just going into the training range so that you can see this as we go through it. But first off, Knives is kind of your stealthy ninja type character. In fact, her first ability, basic attack, is just going to be her left click. You're just spinning your daggers a little bit around, right? You're just spinning your daggers around. Then you actually have a double jump. So feel free to use that very often. It's not like a cooldown, right? You can keep double jumping a lot using your left click. Now, your right click does throw some daggers. And they throw in a little bit of a spread. And the damage obviously isn't much, but you can imagine, right? If you're going at someone, you're going to be able to do damage in the sky as you're also trying to hit them with your other ability. So those are kind of all of the basics. And the last one is if you crouch, you will go invisible. Now, of course, you can still be seen. Like if you're this close, you can see that little symbol there. You're going to be seen by the enemy team. It's not like you're invisible until you break stealth or something like that. So those are the first important things to know. That is the basic abilities. Now let's actually jump into understanding each of her abilities that we can upgrade. So the first one is Blade Rush. And as the name suggests, you rush through your opponent dealing damage. It's pretty fun and one of my favorite ways to make the jump on somebody. And I'll go through the upgrade levels in a minute. You can see the 1, 2, 3. There's upgrades that we're going to worry about, but for now, we just want to understand the 3 abilities. So there's Blade Rush. Once again, you just dash through your opponent, right? Pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Now, the next one we have is called Going Dark. This one actually puts you in invisible, and it lets you stay sprinting and everything while you're in invisible. You do more damage if you hit someone this way, which is also really nice. But obviously, as you saw, as soon as you deal any sort of damage, you are going to be revealed, and you'll break out of that Going Dark. On top of that, the Going Dark only lasts a certain amount of time as well. It's nothing too crazy, so it's a great ability. Now let's talk the last ability, the Shadow Light Portals. This is your ultimate ability. I'm not sure how it works in the training range, so let's try. But basically, you're going to lay this portal down, and you're able to portal through it to your spawn. So it's always in the spawn room. You can go to the spawn room with it, or you can port it to where you laid it. So there's a lot of strategies that can be done with this portal. Do note the enemy team can deal damage, and that will break the portal. So you want to keep an eye out for that. So you want to like be smart with where you lay it. And also, if you see an enemy portal, you're going to want to make sure you go tackle that. So those are the 3 abilities. Once again, just because this game is so new, I'll walk through them quickly. So you have your Blade Rush. You dash through, deal damage. You have Going Dark, where you can stay, you know, upright and sprint and everything while you're invisible, and you move faster. And then it stays on for duration. You can break out of that. And then you have your ultimate ability with that portal. So those are the abilities. Now, in Last Flag, one of the most important things in the game, and this is kind of underrated in some matches, is the cache bots. So there'll be these little cache bots around the map that you need to go eliminate, and that gives you cash. You turn that cash into upgrading your abilities. Each ability has 2 upgrades, which is super important to note. And the order in which you upgrade them is up to you. And that's where Last Flag's really fun. Really, you can decide how you want to do it. But from what I've found when it comes to knives, and this is just my opinion here, but it's what I would suggest, is you're going to start by actually upgrading your quick dash. If you upgrade your quick dash, the first time you get to then kills with Blade Rush are going to trigger your Going Dark. So let's find someone that's low. If you dash through them, you can see it triggered my Going Dark, but not the cooldown on Going Dark. So now, if you get that elimination with that Blade Rush, you're looking a lot smoother. And I'll show like a combo at the end of the video. But you're looking a lot smoother there. Your second upgrade on Blade Rush resets Blade Rush if you get an elimination. So you see she's low. Now Blade Rush is reset. There's no cooldown. And you can go right back in to get the next kill. So I actually personally like to upgrade Blade Rush twice at the very beginning. Now, depending on how the game is going, maybe I need a bit more stealth. I might upgrade Going Dark first, but usually I upgrade both Blade Rushes first. Let's talk about Going Dark next. Your first upgrade on Going Dark is you get to run and sprint faster when you're in there, so even faster than we were before. The second upgrade is you actually heal. So let's try and take some damage really quickly. Let's see. Hello. We need to come to these guys, I think. Let's come over here. Maybe. 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 Let's see. I'm not getting hit. Okay, I got hit. Wow, that took a minute. But anyway, your second upgrade with going dark is going to allow you to heal for 50 HP, which is quite a lot. So once you pop in, you can see I healed. I'm dashing faster, all of that good stuff. So going dark is one of those abilities where you can use it offensively if you want to go try to get the sneak on someone, or you can use it defensively if you need to get away, because then you can still sprint while being invisible. So it really is just going to come down to the situation on that one. Now let's talk lastly about your ultimate Shadow Light portals. The first time you do it, it upgrades the portal to have a bit more charges. In fact, it's going to have 15 charges. I think it starts off at like 10. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head how many charges you get. But yeah, that's going to be the first upgrade. The second upgrade to it, you gain the stealth 5 seconds after you exit the portal. So then if you enter the portal, you can see you're getting stealth, which is really nice. We're all about stealth on knives. That's this character. All about stealth. So those are the 3 abilities and their upgrades. Now, as I mentioned, for me personally, on the upgrade path, I like to do the blade rushes, then the going darks, and then the portal last. But it's really going to be situational. And that's what's so good about Last Flag, is you're going to learn how you like to play it and how you feel like that character is going to be the most strong. But my advice, my recommendation is the quick dash into the going dark, into the portals. Now, sometimes you might just want to get that first one on quick dash and the first one on going dark just to help you out. That balance is sometimes really nice. So don't be afraid to do that as well. Let's talk combo. Generally, most ideal scenario is that you can start out invisible, right? You can start out invisible. Now, depending on where my enemy is, what I usually do first is I actually go into that blade rush. I might throw some daggers, and then you're just going to kind of jump around. Now, if they're shooting you back, right? If they're shooting you back, then I might actually use going dark. And depending on my health, I might run away. And then I might just crouch and see if we can hide a little bit till like a cooldown comes. And then once again, just blade. That blade dash does so much damage. Now, you can also use blade on the reverse end, right? Because it's going to reset if you get an elimination. So sometimes it's actually nice to not use it as the opener. So that was kind of the opener. So once again, I'll show you. So start invisible, primarily, always ideal situation. And then you can dash through. You're going to be doing a lot of damage. Maybe throw your daggers. Constantly double jumping, right? And just keep doing your basic attacks. Going dark to get out if you need to. That's kind of the basic here, right? Now, because your quick dash, your blade rush, resets when somebody dies, sometimes it's nice to go ahead and go in and just start doing your basic attacks, then blade rush, and then you can blade rush again really quickly to try to get that teammate down, right? So obviously these aren't real. This is the training area, so it's not gonna matter too much here. But that is kind of the other way you could do it, right? Is instead of using Blade Rush as your opener, you use it to close out the fight, right? Do a couple of damage, boom, and now you have a reset Blade Rush. Same thing if you can, right? Try to deal damage, boom, reset Blade Rush. Like, look at that. You can just keep getting those resets over and over again if you time it. So that's kind of the 2 ways you can play it. The offensive, like, let's open up with quick dash and then try to hope, you know, we succeed here. Or the opposite, where you're going to say, no, we're going to jump in, do some damage, and then we're going to blade rush through to get the reset. So it's very situational. And I think it's funny to have to say that so many times, but very situational. Now, another thing I wanted to point out, and this goes for all Last Flag, you can see that they're knocked. You do have a finisher, and there's a bunch of different fun ones, but that finisher will heal you once you complete it. So it's important to finish off your enemies if you have the time. Now, if there's obviously a big team fight, there's no way you're going to get to it. Don't worry about it. But honestly, this is how I would play knives. You have that opener version, or you have the blade rush to finish the fight. Just going to be situational. Just going to depend, right, on how many enemies there are, what's going on. But that's her abilities. Let me know which hero or contestant you want to see next. I hope this helped you out. Please let me know in the comments. This is my first time really making a guide, so trying to show you guys one of the characters I really love and enjoy. Hope you jump into Last Flag this weekend, as the demo is out now until Monday. So see you guys next time, and hope you're out there capturing the flag. Bye, buddy.